All right, welcome everyone to yet another meeting of Toastmasters. This is a very special meeting, actually. This is not one, not two, not three, but four Toastmasters Club who are coming together on this lovely Saturday afternoon to do the meeting together. So we have, of course, Toastmasters Club of Storytellers, Leaders Connect Toastmasters Club, Eloquent Toastmasters Club, and POTM Toastmasters Club with us. A huge round of applause for all the four club members who have joined this afternoon to make this Saturday a memorable day for all of us. So before we start the meeting, let me remind you that like every organization, Toastmaster organization has a mission, and the Toastmasters mission is to, does anybody remember it? Let's see who all are members who remember the Toastmasters mission, and I would like you to do a little test with all of you. Who all remember? Let's do a show of hands. Mohinish remembers it. Ravinder remembers it. Okay. Let's say it together. Okay. Sweta also remembers it. The Toastmasters Club is to provide.
Toastmasters Club is to provide supportive and
positive learning environment where members
are
are
empowered
empowered to develop their communication
and
and leadership skills. For those of you who are joining as guests, that's the mission that we try to target to achieve over the course of our Toastmasters meeting. And there's a lot of things that happen as part of Toastmasters meetings. It includes these weekly meetings. It also includes contests. And today is a day when we are having a special meeting where our focus will be to prepare ourselves of the upcoming table topics contest. And before I take the meeting further, I would like to check who all are joining as guests today. Let's do a show of hands. Anybody who's joining Toastmasters meeting as a guest today? Let's do a show of hands. I wouldn't know everybody because you could be from one of the four clubs of which we are a part. Rohini is a guest. Vibhanshu is a guest. Okay. Rohini, would you like to come forward and share a bit about yourself with all of us?
Hi, Mohit, you invited me at the right time because after this I would be only listening as I'll be wearing my gloves. So I am Dr. Rohini Bansal. I am a scientist and an incubatee at Bionest University of Delhi South Campus presently. I am Shweta Bhansali's friend, and and I have listened to Toastmasters here and there. So, of course, this is a very good platform for people like me to learn how to speak precisely, like an elevator pitch. So that's why I've been, participating as guest quite often nowadays. Thank you very much.
Wonderful having you, Dr. Rohini. And I used to think that I don't have any Toastmaster friends who are doctors. I'm sure there
Shweta
are.
Bansali is also Dr. Shweta Bansali, by
Oh,
the way.
yes, she is. Yeah.
Oh,
She is.
sir, you forgot me.
No, I meant like the real doctor. I used to
No,
think that
I
you
am
are
also a PhD. I'm not a
PhD.
doctor of medicine.
Okay. Wonderful having you, Rohini, with us. And I hope you make the most of the session today. We would love to hear your feedback at the end. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mohit.
We also have a couple of other hands going up here. So let's hear from Vibhanshu. Hi, Vibhanshu.
I am audible.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm Vivanshu and I'm from Uttar Pradesh, but now I'm living in Gurgaon and I'm a sales professional and I'm just focusing on my communication skills and public speaking because I believe that each person has something to share to this world and the person who can communicate actually this is very important even in professional life and personal life. So I thought that I wanted to join these kind of clubs and I was trying to inquire about from last 1 year, and finally I got this group somehow from Google, and now I'm here.
That's great, Vibhanshu. And do mention your contact information in the chat box so that we can remain in touch. And we'll love to hear from you later how you felt and whether you think this is the right place. But yeah, being a Toastmaster for over 10 years, I can completely vouch for it. And as a sales professional, there's so much that you can gain from out of these sessions. So let's stay in touch and see what you experience in the next 2 hours. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We have Yatin. Yatin, would you like to share a bit about yourself?
Thanks, Mohit. Hi, everyone. My name is Yatin, and I've joined in as a guest today. I work as a program manager with a consumer tech company. I've actually been involved with Toastmasters when I was doing my master's a few years back, but I did not become a very active member then. But now I am sort of looking to further develop and enhance my public speaking skills. I'm very happy to join as a guest today, and I hope that I will be regular in terms of attending meetings and learn from all of you. So thanks for having me.
It was wonderful having you as well, Yatin. Huge round of applause for Yatin. A lot of us are joining back as Toastmasters members, and I'm happy to share at this point in time that just last week we have had 3 people who joined us. So let me quickly call out their names. We have Toastmaster Megha. She's in the meeting room. Megha, if let me add you into the spotlight. It's wonderful to have you join us as a Toastmaster once again. You're resuming your journey as a Toastmasters with us, and well, there couldn't be any better decision, I would say, being a Toastmaster for 10 years to continue on the journey. We also have 2 other people who joined us last week as members of Toastmasters. Toastmaster Ujjwal, not sure if he's in the meeting today, but that doesn't stop us from applauding his decision to join Toastmasters, and Toastmaster Seema. So 3 people have joined us last week, and we can do a round of applause for them. Now, we have a very special guest today. We will be hearing quite a lot about him because he brings in a lot of experience. And I would like to formally introduce Toastmaster Davinder. Toastmaster Davinder is a chartered accountant by profession, and he has been the District 41 Table Topics champion. So, Davinder, if you like to come on video and just say hello for now, and we will hear more about you in a little bit. And thanks, Mehak, for sorting out all the audio video issues for Davinder. Hi, Davinder. Would you like
Hi,
to say
Mohit.
hello?
Hello, everyone. Nice to be you among all. And at the same time, I was thinking whether I'm a guest or a member. Then I thought it's better to answer it later on.
Absolutely. You are absolutely more than a guest, a close friend, a dear friend, and a wonderful human being who always is ready to serve. And we look forward to your session later today. But welcome for now.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, and with that, I think we are all set to kick off today's meeting. I would like to invite on stage our moderator for the day. Our moderator for the day is a student of commerce. She's doing a master's in commerce from the prestigious Delhi School of Economics. And she's been a Toastmaster for several years now and has served the district as area director. And she's currently serving the district as the district PR lead. So without further ado, let me call on stage our Toastmaster moderator for the day, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for such a warm welcome. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As the leaves turn and the calendar pages flip, we find ourselves in this exciting time of Toastmasters, that is the contest season. I hope that you all are aware that the contest season is up for Toastmasters, and this is the season to showcase our skills and challenge ourselves up again for the table topics contest as well as the speech contest. So, whether you are a seasoned speaker or just starting out, it is a great way, even for the members, potential members, you have an incredible opportunity to grow and outshine yourself. So, let's gear up today and sharpen our tools with a special segment that we are going to have in the meeting today. I am thrilled to be your moderator for the day. So, here I would want to discuss the flow of the meeting that we will be following up with. In the first place today, we are going to have a table topics session wherein we will invite the members to enrich yourself in the table topics, following which we will have the table topics mastery workshop, wherein Toastmaster Devinder will bring out his expertise and share his knowledge about how table topics contest should be conducted upon. Following this, we will be having a speech, and then towards then, we will have a conclusion, that is the general evaluation segment. This would be the flow for the meeting today. Now, without wasting any time, let's have on stage our general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Shweta, to share with us her tag team players as well as her role as the general evaluator.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Madam General Evaluator, for giving me the virtual stage. How are we all feeling for the amazing, amazing session that's going to happen today by none other than our district champion, that is Toastmaster Devinder. I'm looking forward to learning a lot. And it's one of a kind of meeting, I would say, what Toastmaster Mohit was saying. There are 4 clubs coming together. I think in his way, what he says, the more, the merrier. That's what's going to happen today. So today I will be evaluating, though it doesn't need any evaluation. It's going to be a great meeting, I'm sure. But still, I will be evaluating as a general evaluator the meeting as a whole, which has 3 sessions today, as told by our moderator, and only 1 speech, but a great table topic session and a great module. But I will not be doing this alone. I will need a team with me. That's gonna be tag team, timer, aha counter, and grammarian. Let's see how they are going to take care of any breaks that can happen in our meeting. So first, I will be calling upon the timer of the day to explain his role. That is none other than Toastmaster Kashyap. I'm sure he's looking forward to giving us the most valuable gift that we can give each other, and we are giving each other right now, that is time. So Toastmaster Kashyap, the virtual stage is yours to explain your role, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta, for the formal welcome. As a timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluation. And I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green card, then using the yellow and the red cards, which denotes the specific time remaining. So for the table topics, the time remarks would be limited to 2 minutes. For the icebreakers, it would be 6 minutes. And for the speeches, it would be 7 minutes. And for the evaluations, it would be 3 minutes. Thank you.
I would request Toastmaster Kashyap, can you share the screen? How will you be showing the timer cards? Just for
yes,
the
I will just do it. Yes. Wow. Is my screen is not visible, right?
You have to share screen.
Yeah, I'm sure. Is my screen visible now?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
All
So this is the green. Then we have yellow and red. This will be the stop time.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Kashyap, for telling us how you are going to show the timer cards. And just to add on, we have only one speech, which will be icebreaker speech. So it will be 4 to 6 minutes long. 4 minutes you will show green, yellow at 5, and 6 you will show the red. And 30 seconds of grace on upper and lower side. So perfect. Thank you, Toastmaster Kashyap. And now we will move on to our next role player, which is none other than the breaks that we should avoid in a speech, our counter of the day. But due to some reasons, our counter is not with us. She is so Toastmaster Megha is going to take the our counter of the day. Amazing Toastmaster Megha, your first role, I think, as an official Toastmaster as you re-begin your journey. So all the very best for the role, and over to you for explaining the role of our counter.
Sorry, Sweta, just a quick thing before we move on. So, just to clarify, Toastmaster Megha was anyway supposed to take the counter role. The fact that Lavina hasn't joined means that we may have to look for a grammarian in somebody. So, just wanted to clarify that. Okay, over to you, Megha.
Thank you. Sorry for that. So Toastmaster Megha, you are the assigned AHA counter of the day. I'm sorry for the mix-up. So here to you for explaining your role. Thank you. You are on mute, Toastmaster Megha.
Okay, now audible am?
Yes.
Yeah, I repeat that. Thank you, Toastmaster Sweta, for introducing me. And no worries, we do all have over and there in our life. It's totally okay to it. For the counter today during this meeting, I'm going to note down uh, the overusage words which are like but, so, and even I will listen for the filler sounds which includes during this meeting, I will even note down if there are repetitive usage of the words or phrases by any of the Toastmaster, such as like this means, this means. When called upon, I will present my detailed report with the analysis. Thank you so much for giving me the stage. Oh, back to the Toastmaster Sweta.
Thank you. Let's have a huge round of applause whenever somebody is coming on the stage and leaving the stage. I know it's virtual, but still, keep doing that. And thank you, Toastmaster Megha, for explaining your role so wonderfully well. And now we will move to the role that I was looking for and I hooked up. But is there anyone, Toastmaster, who's there in the meeting and would like to take the role of grammarian as Toastmaster Lavina was not able to join us? Anybody? Toastmaster Puneet, would you like to take on the grammarian role?
Sure, sure, I can.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Toastmaster Puneet, for taking on the role on the spot and being gracious enough for that. So I will hand over the virtual stage to you for explaining the role of a grammarian. Thank you. Over to you.
Sure, sure. So good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Puneet. As a grammarian, my role will be to, I'll be paying close attention to all the speakers, like all the table topic speakers and all the speeches, all the evaluations. And I'll make note of good usage of grammar and not so good usage of grammar. And when called upon by the general evaluator, I'll present my report. And along with that, I'll also give the word of the day and the phrase of the day, which you can use in the meetings. And whenever someone uses word of the day or phrase of the day, I'll encourage everyone to give a thumbs up. And I'll also encourage to use like the word of the day and the phrase of the day as max as possible. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Puneet. We will be waiting. I know you have just taken the role, so you will find out the word of the day and the phrase of the day and write it down in the chat box for everyone to use it during the meeting. So everyone, please be attentive and use the word and the phrase of the day that Toastmaster Puneet would be sharing. So along with my tag team, I would be sharing the overall report towards the end of the meeting once called upon by our operator, whom I called Madam General Evaluator by mistake last time. So Toastmaster Mehek, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shweta, for introducing your role as well as for the introduction of the tag team players. Now, let's move ahead and let's start and dive into our agenda for the day today. To kick off the session, we will first have the table topics where you're supposed to speak impromptu, and if given a chance, you are supposed to give a shot at the table topics. So, guiding us through the segment, we have Toastmaster Mohit, who has brought up some great table topics that would also follow up, would be related to very much generic in nature, that something which is happening at the Toastmasters contests. So I wish you all the very best and do participate in this table topic so so able to get like how the in the contest the table topics are being asked. So let's have Toastmaster Mohit on stage with us with a huge round of applause.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mehek. Yes, dear friends, as the table topics master of the day, I am here to share with you some table topics. Now, for those of you who are new to the table topics, this is the segment of the meeting which is considered to be the most exciting and perhaps also the most scary one. I've been a Toastmaster for 10 years, and if there's one thing that still scares me, it's the table topics. And especially when it comes to preparing for the contests, it's even more tricky. So today's tables topic is actually very special. In general, the purpose of the table topics is to help us practice speaking spontaneously while organizing our thoughts clearly and confidently. It's a check for us to speak when we are given the topic there and then. And people do find it quite tricky. I have prepared a variety of topics today, and they are based out of the previous topics which were taken in the contests. And for today, we have Toastmaster Davinder, who would be also guiding us through what's the right way to do the table topics. We will have the table topics round first, followed by his module. So even before we do the table topics module, let me ask you all, how many of you did the homework? Let's do a show of hands. There was some homework that we had to do today. Ravinder did it. Okay. How many of you know what the homework was? Let's start with that. Ravinder remembers what the homework was. Does anybody know what the homework was? Okay. The homework was that our district champion Toastmaster Devinder has requested us to watch his winning speech, the winning 2-minute table topic speech, which he delivered in District 41 earlier this year, which got him the crown of the district champion. Now, clearly, not many people know about it. Definitely not many people have watched it. So let's do one thing. Let's first watch his delivery, then we will have the table topic segment. So let me share my screen, and I will need some help from our tech master, Toastmaster Mehek, for this. Toastmaster Mehek, can you help us play the video? It's on the website. I'm sharing my screen, but you will have to guide me in terms of how to make the audio video. Okay, let me give it a try. Advanced, and do I need to do computer audio, Mehek?
Yes, try from that only.
Share sound. Okay. Are you able to see my screen now?
Actually, you have just shared the computer audio. You have to
Okay.
share screen with share sound option actually.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Please let me know if the audio is there. Were you able to hear the audio?
Yes, but you have to increase the sound little bit.
Okay. Okay. Toastmasters, Sweta, let me know if you're able to hear it now.
Now it's not coming at all. Have you done the share sound also, Mohit, when you were sharing the screen?
Okay, let me try it one more time.
And
Shares.
otherwise, should I try sharing the screen?
Yes, Mahek, that would be great. You have the link to this, right? Or I can share the link with you.
She has the link, she said.
Okay, perfect.
Is it audible?
No.
When we were born after 9 months being in the
Yes, yes.
mom's womb. Contestant number 5, Davinder Singh. Pain is temporary, quitting lasts forever. Pain is temporary, quitting lasts forever. Davinder Singh.
Please make it full screen, Mahek.
When we were born after 9 months being in the mom's womb, mom had to go through pain, but that pain was temporary. If mother could have quit, I think I would not have been here today. Raise your hand if you respect your elders. Thanks for respecting me. At this age, I'm elder as well as older. But once upon a time, I was young. Whenever any relative would visit my place, they would ask me to touch their feet. And I would do it without even asking them why I was doing it. That pain was not
Hey,
temporary.
Toastmaster Mahek, can you pause for a second? At least
And
for me, the screen is frozen. Is that for everyone or just me?
Yeah, this for everyone. I think she has to again pause and play or something.
Okay, okay. We may want to restart, Mahek.
Mhm.
years to come.
Again, I think take it from the very beginning, Meg. Start from the restart this speech. Yeah.
Mohit, should I give a suggestion?
Yes, Davinder.
Better share it in guest group and members group, and then allow them a time of 3 minutes after table topic session will be over. So they
Ye-
can see it on their own, rather than we
Yeah.
are just investing time here. We can share the video in the meantime in the members group as well as WhatsApp, as well as guest group.
Okay. Yeah. Let's give it one last try. If it doesn't work,
Okay.
we'll do that.
Okay. Okay.
Temporary quitting lasts forever. Pain is temporary, quitting lasts forever. Davinder Singh. When we were born, after 9 months being in the mom's womb, mom had to go through pain, but that pain was temporary. If mother could have quit, I think I would not have been here today. Raise your hand if you respect your elders. Thanks for respecting me. At this age, I'm elder as well as older. But once upon a time, I was young. Whenever any relative would visit my place, they would ask me to touch their feet. And I would do it without even asking them why I was doing it. That pain was not temporary because I quit. I did not ask the question. And the mystery surrounded for years to come. 4 months back, I went to a temple with my sweetheart. Well, I'm referring to my son, not my wife. Because at my age, son becomes sweetheart and wife becomes reason of heart attack. And I asked my son to touch the feet of idols. He didn't. He asked the question. He didn't quit. He asked me, Papa, why do we do it? And that mystery that had surrounded for years resurfaced again. I told him, son, the smallest letter word of English dictionary, I, never leaves us. But when we boast in front of others, this I, that is nothing but ego, disappears and new transformation takes place. My son took the pain to ask me the question. He didn't quit. Pain is temporary, quitting is not. But I could not do. My son is doing that, living in the life after going through the pain. Not only 9 months of mother's womb. Friends, in your life as well. Those pains, struggles, and obstacles are part and parcel of your life. Are you quitting? Are you taking pain or converting those things into opportunity, possibility, and outcome? Choice is yours. You want to experience pain for some time and become a winner, or you want to quit straight away. Contest here.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mehak, for playing that. And that was the District 41 oration earlier this year, which was the winning speech of Toastmaster Devinder. I hope everybody paid enough attention to it and understood how it went through. So for today's table topics, we will be calling about anyone who wants to pick it up at random, and you can raise your hands if you want to practice it. It'll be a 1 to 2 minutes speech with 30 seconds of grace on the upper side. The timer, can I request you to show the green card at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute 30 second, and red at 2 minutes. So if you're a guest, then also you can feel free to participate. But we'll start with a member who's an experienced Toastmaster to show you how it goes, and then you can also pick it up. So without further ado, let me ask who would like to go with the first table topic. Who would like to volunteer for the first table topic? Okay, I see Toastmaster Sweta raising her hand. Okay, Sweta, give me we have Ravinder as well. Okay, let's go with Sweta first. Ravinder, give me any number between 1 and 15.
Okay, you're asking me.
It's 7.
Okay, so we will have the Sweta go first. Sweta, give me any number between.
Two.
Okay, number 2. Okay, so your topic, Sweta, is what is one habit you would like to change and why? What is one habit you would like to change and why? Toastmaster Sweta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit, for such an amazing topic. There's one habit that I would like to change is having chocolate at the moment when I'm very stressed. Chocolate will not do anything; it just makes me happy, and I would say I'm a chocolate-aholic. But slowly and gradually, I have understood that that is all in the psychology. That I have made this habit because of a reason that, oh my God, it will make me happy because that taste is making me happy. That is making me forget stress for some time. But that's not the case, Shweta. That's not the case. The stress is all in your head, all in your thoughts. If you can feel it, if you can make it possible right now in this moment, completing whatever comes first and whatever is important, stress will be nowhere. Just prioritize and everything will be fine. Chocolate is not the solution to what you are going through. Chocolate is just for, I would say, making you happy for few moments. After that, the chocolate will be over, but your stress will be not. If you are thinking that the solution for making stress go away is chocolate, it's not. And that was a very painful, I would say, realization. Because when we are kids, chocolates are just for fun. Oh, somebody is giving you a chocolate as a gift. It's so nice, so nice. But when you grow up, you make it into a habit of having it whenever you feel like it, but mostly when you are stressed. Your cortisol, which is a stress hormone, will not go away, and endorphins will not come because of the chocolate. It will come with the power of now, with prioritizing, with working. So, the habit I would love to improve upon would be not having chocolate while I'm stressed and understanding the power of prioritizing and the power of now. What do you think, Table Topic Master?
Absolutely. A huge round of applause for Toastmasters, Sweta. Yes, for you, the chocolate could be a cigarette or some other bad habit. And I recall that I heard somewhere that the definition of fear is either forget everything and run or face everything and rise. So let's face it and address it correctly. That's the message that I take back. Thank you, Toastmaster Sweta. And with that, let's move on to the next volunteer. Who would like to go next? Okay, we have Mansi raising her hand. So we'd have had Ravinder raise her hand before. He's now not raising it, but I presume you want to take it as well. Okay, let's go with Ravinder first. Ravinder, you can share any number between 1 and 15 other than 2.
Yeah, I went for 7, so let's remain same.
Okay, 7 is your lucky number. Let's see. 7. Okay, your topic is if you could switch lives with someone for a day, who would it be? If you could switch lives with someone for a day, who would it be? Toastmaster Ravinder.
I, sometimes I become very lazy. Recently, I went with the two incident. Once I missed my train, and second time I missed with my flight. So my laziness, which I want to replace. I was going to Ujjain for Jyotirling Darshan. During that time, I thought I have enough time and I will caught the train. And I was busy with some other stuff. Till the last moment, cab was there. I was sitting at the home, I thought the roads are free for me and I will reach within 30 minutes. But I forgot it will take more than 1 hour. So when I bought the cab, I was left with only 20 minutes to catch the train. So in between, I have to get down from the taxi. From the between, I caught the metro, and then only I was able to reach the destinations. And that was just only grace of 5 seconds. I was able to caught my train. So if I have to replace with one, so that will be my laziness. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravinder. And yes, if you get any ideas for how to do away with laziness, let us know, because I'm sure so many of us are missing out on so much just because we are being lazy. Uh, Thanks for sharing your thoughts there. Let's have the next volunteer now. Mansi, you would like to go next? Okay, we have Mansi who wants to go next. And Megha, we'll have you go next after Mansi. So, Mansi, any number you would like to give us between 1 and 15?
5.
Number 5. Okay. What's the greatest lesson you've learned from failure? What's the greatest lesson you've learned from failure, Mansi?
During COVID-19, we all were busy in trying to survive and to get our livelihoods. And so was the case for me. Is this same happen to you? You can just smile if it happened to you. I was traveling 100 kilometers per side, 200 kilometers per day, and 6 hours of travel just to have my job and work. It just made me so tiresome. I just forgot one person to take care of. That was me. While I was succeeding in my life, I was reaching to every stairs. I did not know that I was taking every step down while the mirage of success was in my head. During COVID 19, I managed to survive and had have the heights in my life. But in the truth, I failed in my life because I got cervical during my travel because of my travel. That happened. So it was a failure for me, and because of that failure, I learned one lesson. You can achieve each and everything, but your health is your priority. If you will not prioritize your health, you are not doing the justice to yourself, to your work, to your family, to nobody. Your health is your priority. That is the biggest lesson that my failure has taught me. Now, the question is, do you keep your health as priority, or are you waiting for some failure to happen to teach you that lesson? Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mansi. What a wonderful remembrance for the most important thing in our life, ourself, our health, because nothing else matters if we are feeling unhealthy. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. Let's let's go with the Toastmaster. Megha, you wanted to go next? Okay. Okay, Megha. Any number you would like to share? 115, between 1 and 15?
8.
Okay. So your topic is technology making us more connected or isolated? Is technology making us more connected or isolated? Toastmaster Megha.
Generally, I start my day with looking at the mobile phone and scrolling up the messages of my client, whatever happened, because we do face a time zone difference. So at the night, they might have messaged me to it. So at that time, I start my phone scrolling for the messages and all those emails and try to reply it. But and start my day. But as of now, and my preschool toddler even needs to get to the school at that time. So while scrolling at the phone, I generally miss her to take to the brush and do her routine to it. So sometimes I do feel that, oh, I'm getting lost with my toddler, with my cutie. But at the same time, I'm feeling that, oh, I'm working from my home. I'm getting that leisure to work from home and to connect with the people all over the globe. Even at this time, I'm located at a very at one of the city in Gujarat, and I'm connected with you all to learn to improve my communication skills. At this time, I feel that it is a very good thing to get to have the technology which helps us to connect. But at the same time, I feel that there are many times I'm feeling isolated with my family. I'm not able to give much time to that to the family, which matters. Do you feel the same? Are you having the same feeling like me? Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Megha. Absolutely. Yes, we do have those feelings. And what we do need to remember is that it's an option that we have. We either make the most of it or we just break our ties and our family and friendship because we are so using it, the mobile all the time. So use the power. With great power comes great responsibility, and we all have those powers in our hands right here. So thank you for sharing your views. Who's next? Okay, Mohinish wants to go next. Mohinish, your favorite number between 1 and 15.
6.
Sorry?
6. Number 6.
Okay. What advice would you give your younger self? Mohinish, what advice would you give your younger self?
One advice I would like to give my younger self is that I will uh, I need to be more proactive in my life, because I'm the that kind of person who take sometimes take some time to give upon the actions. But if I'm looking from my younger generation, my kids, they are really so proactive about the solution of the problem. As if talking about Sagar, my biggest fear that is I am an overthinker. Sometimes I'm talking about things a lot, but if I have to get the solution, then I need to be take action on it. And that's one learning I take for my kids. They, when my kids require something, they take a proactive action by crying or by volunteering, saying that I just need this thing, and then I need to provide that particular thing to my kids. So that's proactiveness. That's I will like to give my learning to myself in my life. Because if we are proactive in our life, our day-to-day activities, it's help us to give some time to ourselves to go get to the solution of the problem and resolve it. So that's one advice I will like to take with myself from my younger. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohinish. Round of applause for Mohinish. Yes, that's a good exercise that we can all do actually, to go back and see what advice we want to give to our younger self. And who better to learn from than our own children, like you do, Mohinish. Okay, let's see who would like to take up the next topic. And now I would like to request some of our guests, Vibhanshu, if you would like to take up a topic.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Vibhanshu, any number between 1 and 15?
14.
3?
14.
14. Okay. What's the best compliment you have ever received, Vibhanshu? Vibhanshu, what's the best compliment you have ever received?
So it was, if I talk about my first job, when I joined my first job, I was a fresher and I had no experience about how to talk to my customers. So one day, I was talking to one of my customer and I sent him one wrong payment link and he made the payment. Actually, he was a chartered accountant and he was in hurry and he made the payment. Then one escalation came to me and after that, my manager asked me what you did. I told him that it was happened by mistake. Then I said that I will handle it and I will manage anyhow. So I talked to escalation team and all, and I tried to resolve the concern. And it took around 7 days. For those 7 days, customer used to contact me again and again, and he used to ask me why you are not resolving my concern. So overall, after 7 days, the concern was resolved. And at one point, customer became so frustrated. He said that it's my money. You don't understand that you keep on sending wrong links, and because of that, like you are not educated. Or he made so many kind of negative comment. But I shown patience, and I said that I'll take care. Later on, customer gave a great feedback about me that this person was truly had a great patience inside of him and he gave me appreciation and because of that I can say that I could I could continue my job because it maybe I could lose the job. So later on when there was a office gathering, my manager appreciated me that we appreciate your the way you dealt this situation and how you handle this. So this was my first appreciation I can say in my job which I got. So thank you.
That's wonderful, Vibhanshu. Thanks for sharing that with us. And it is said that one who doesn't make mistake usually doesn't make anything in life. And your mistake, that one mistake, is the reason for your turnaround story. It is okay to make mistakes. We should try not to repeat the same mistakes. And your story is an example of that. It turned around and you got a compliment from that one mistake. Thank you once again. And we have other members who want to take up the topics. Let's see. Rajinder wants to go with the next one. Rajinder, are you ready?
Yeah. Am I
Okay.
audible?
Yes. Please tell us a number between 1 and 15.
Let us take one.
Okay. Yep. What does success mean to you, Rajinder? Rajinder, what does success mean to you?
Success means to me is the happiness. And success doesn't mean to just go and achieve whatever you want to achieve. Happiness is not all outside, which I see success for me is happiness in my inside. Because what outside is the outside world, which are basically evaluating and judging to you. Success may give you happiness for certain period of time, but what you are looking is for permanent because you want to be happy from your inside. And for that, sometimes you need to find out the passion, the profession, and the mission, the vocation you want to achieve, like what ikigai I have made for myself. If I am on the route or achieve my purpose of my life, whether I'm failing or maybe not, maybe succeeding, it will give me the happiness. For me, running on the target, maybe going achieving your purpose of your life. That purpose may be anything. Your purpose may be uh, basically like fighting with some waste or some disease or whatever it is for bringing something good for the humankind is will give me the happiness. And this all happiness will be coming from my inside and it will not bother me from the outer world. I've seen a movie, Dr. Moth. It was released in 1917. A person who diagnoses, and he basically find out the medicine of leprosy, and he have gone through a lot of pain, a lot of things, a lot of research, a lot of harassment by the bureaucrats, but he was on his target and he achieved that, though he was not given any benefit by doing that research work. But he was so happy once somebody asked that this patent was not on your name. He said, my fight was with leprosy, not with the people. And now we have the solution of leprosy. Thank you, and over to Toastmaster. Table topic, Master.
Thank you, Rajinder. What a wonderful take on the definition of success. What I take back is that instead of looking at external motivations, we need to look at intrinsic motivations and find out our purpose and try to achieve it. And success is not a destination, it's a journey, and we must enjoy it. Okay, I think we have time for one last topic. Would anybody like to take it up? So let's see, from our guests, do we still have our Yatin? Are you in the meeting? Do you like to take it up? Mehak has raised her hand. Okay. Okay, let's go with Mehak. Mehak, are you ready? Okay. Tell us a number between 1 and 15.
5.
Okay, number 5. What does freedom mean to you, Mehak? Mehak, what does freedom mean to you?
Thank you so much, Cable Topics Master, for this beautiful topic. Well, freedom is something in dictionary that can be defined as to be liberated and be free from something or something that you want to do. Well, now what it has been defined or what it has been proven is to be free from something that you want to do. That's what exactly freedom is. Following your heart, whatever you want to do in any of the ways, and that's what freedom is. It can be said like when you want to have your own will and your own wish to do something, that would be called as freedom. Well, for this, I recall an incident as well, where we usually have been referred to or being said that women and men, if we say in that terminology, women has not got more freedom than what exactly men do have. Well, but this can be termed as something which is could be wrong as well. It's not something which is correct to say and which is correct to justify also. Because for freedom, you need to fight for it. You need to see and you need to experience it as well. So fighting for something is also, and liberating from it is what freedom. So to conclude with, I would say that for freedom, I believe like one needs to be liberated. However, if you're not getting that liberation, you need to fight for it. That's my take on the topic. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. Huge round of applause for Mehak. Yes, freedom is to be liberated, and if you don't have it, then fight for it. I mean, I think what I take back is that there are times when we have the freedom, but we don't quite leverage it, right? Technology is one example where we have freedom to use it the way which would best serve our lives and how we can serve others' lives, but we are not even using it the right way. So thank you for sharing your views, Mehak. And with that, we come to the end of this table topics segment. And I would like to hand over the stage back to our moderator for the day, who's Toastmaster Mehak. So back to you, Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for conducting this beautiful session of cable topics. I believe that now everyone is empowered. And now let's move ahead to our cable topics mastery workshop that we are for here. So to understand that what we need to add more in our cable topics and what we did well as well. So let's have on stage our trainer for the day today, Toastmaster Davinder, who would walk us through this cable topics and the contest season at Toastmasters. So let's welcome him with a huge round of an applause.
Thank you, Mehak. Thank you, Mohit. First of all, am I audible? Usual question. Okay, I'm audible. This is what we learned during Corona. And I think the words those have been given that I'm going to share anything which is related to mastery is absolutely wrong. Because there is nothing that I'm going to make you learn that you do not know. You already know. Do you have any script ready? I would be requiring answer from many in the chat box to whatever question I will ask. Do you need a script while you talk to your friend? No, no, no. Okay. We have got so many no. So the common answer is no. Of course, we do not need a script whenever we talk to our family members or our friends. So speaking is in our blood. So I'm not going to teach you or train you as to how to speak. We already know it and there is no script. So we all know speaking. What we are going to talk about is speaking in table topic. So I would change the perception that we have formed about the session. This is about speaking effectively, not about speaking. That is what the purpose is. And there is no method that I can teach you. So I will just share my experience with all of you with the disclaimer. If you like whatever you gain from my experience, adopt that, take that. If you do not, ignore that. Now, table topic in Toastmaster, like we saw in last 20 to 25 minutes or so. We are given a topic and we have to speak upon that. And we think that table topics are impromptu. Let me tell you, I practice table topic, I wrote table topics. Now, if you will think, did I know the topic beforehand? No, it wasn't. But I practiced so much that any topic that could be given to me, I could change the topic to my advantage. And how I did it, I will share my experience with all of you. First of all, I wrote a lot of stories before the contest. That story that you watched around 30 minutes back, that when I was young, any relative would visit my place, I would touch their feet. And when my son grew up, I went to a temple with my son. At my age, son becomes sweetheart, wife becomes the reason of heart attack. Those are all scripted. It was not thought there because I wrote so many stories. At least you need to write 6 to 7 stories. Now the question may come up, how to write stories? Do you agree? Question may come up, how to write stories? Yes or no? We Toastmaster almost agree to everything we say. We know we are very good followers. You see, writing story is not difficult. You just have to look around yourself. There are lots of stories. Those are in the air. You just have to pick the words and write those stories. Let me give you an example. 2 months back, I went to Lucknow. 3 months back it was. And that day, I thought, generally, what really happens, first an incident happens with me, then I write that incident. But that day, I thought, today I will observe the incidents and then write those. 3 months back, when I went to Lucknow. In the beginning itself, it happened that I was in the queue Air India. And after 30 minutes, my number came. There was long queue, and then I got to know that I was in the wrong queue. I was in the international queue, and my flight was from Air India Express. Because you see, as Mohit told, that I'm a chartered accountant, I'm an advocate, I'm an insolvency professional. I thought that I know everything. That day I realized that I do not know everything. Because my flight was from Air India Express and I was in the queue for Air India. And then I realized I had to go to somewhere. This was the first lesson I received there, that I do not know everything. Then raise your hand if you have enjoyed your first plane journey. Yes or no? Anyone enjoyed first plane journey? Yes. Monish said yes. Any more? Yes, please. Now Toastmasters are not following me. Okay, I assume that others like to, because most of the time, whenever we do something for the first time, we really enjoy. But I saw a baby there who was probably 6 months old or 7 months old. He didn't enjoy the journey at all. He was crying all the time. Then I got another message from the plane journey there, that to enjoy something, you have to be present to the moment. Probably Mohnish or Rajinder, they enjoyed their first flight journey because they were present. Uh, they were doing that journey for the very first time. They were going or flying on a plane for the very first time. But that child probably didn't know that he was on the plane. He was just crying. He didn't know. He didn't enjoy because he wasn't present. Now, let me give you third thing. Indigo flights. And okay, another question. Who likes window seats in the plane? Yes or no? Do you like window seats? Okay, mixed answer. Yes, no, mixed answer. This is okay. Most of the time, what I have seen, most of the people like. Of course, this is subjective. Someone may like, someone may not like. But most of the time, because clicking pics of the clouds, that becomes quite easier. And I was on the seat F, which was a window seat. And there, then I had to go to the washroom for 2 times. Now you see, if you are on F seat, you have to pass through E, then D, then you have to go to the loop. It's quite difficult, isn't it? It is. Because if you are at window seat, you will have to request E passenger to move his legs in such a way so that you could pass through that. Then that was the third lesson, that if you get something, that happens at the cost of something. You get something, you lose something. You got a window seat, but then going to the loo was not easy, which was comparatively easier for a person who was sitting on D seat, relatively away from window seat. Another thing, that when it landed in Lucknow, that my luggage was supposed to come at that ramp number 7. Have you ever observed, or that while you are waiting for your luggage to come, you remember that it is a blue bag with a red tag with your name written on it? Do you agree? Yes or no? While you are waiting for your luggage to come, you remember your luggage because that's what you are waiting for. Our concentration power is too much at that point of time that we just focus at our luggage. We do not see any other luggage that is there. The kind of focus we have there, if the same kind of focus we could apply in our lives, our life would be a lot better. The kind of concentration that we show there while receiving our luggage or while waiting for our luggage. What I wanted to tell you, a 55-minute journey and 4 stories or 4 messages I could generate through that. So if you say if in 50 would be written, you just have to observe your day throughout. You will find at least one story, one motivational story, because whatever stories I shared the along with the message it gave. I wrote those stories. I wrote 6 to 7 stories. I shared, or what you watched was just one, but there were 6 to 7 more stories there because I knew if any topic would be given to me. Do you know what is the common thing in table topics at Toastmaster? If not always, but to somewhat 90% probability, I would say. What is the common thing in all the table topics? Any answer in the chat box? Idioms, no, Mansi, Manoj, it's not. This is better answer on life lessons, or basically these are generally motivationals. Generally motivational messages are there. Generally a topic that is given is motivational, and then you have to give some motivation to the audience. This is what is required in all the table topics, what I have observed. If it is not true 100%, it is true at least 90%. So 9/10 it can be cracked. This is a formula or this is a theory or code that it can be cracked. That any topic that will be given to you, it will be motivational, or you will be required to convert it into a motivational message. So write your stories in such a way, or write only those stories which are motivational in nature. But another question that may come up, that we do not know what topic will be given to us. So whether our 7 to 8 stories will fit in there or they will not fit in there. I will come to this question later on. First message, please write yes or no that I've given to you. Write lot of stories. Yes or no, please. Because I have 7 messages to give in all this experience or whatever. First message, write lot of stories. Do not think you are going to participate in a table topic. Let me tell you, your purpose in life should be to make difference in others' lives with your messages, not to win the contest. That is just momentary. That is one day event. It will not give you happiness after a point of time. If I think about my class 12th marks, will I be happy today? Of course, I will be not. I got failed in that class. Well, joking. I was first in my school, but today I will not be happy after 28 years of passing class 12th exam. So success is for a given day only. It doesn't last forever, or it doesn't last for a very long period of time. So, but if you're making difference in others' lives with your stories that you will tell them, it will help you become a better human being. And I would say, make your life more. Okay, I will take your questions later on, Mr. Manoj, I think. If I could, I'm not wearing specs right now, but I will take Q&A later on. First message done, write lot of stories. Second thing, how much time do we get in table topics? How much time do we get? In seconds. Maximum time. Maximum time. In seconds, not in minutes. 150 seconds is the correct answer. This is 2 minutes plus 30-second grace period. So 150 is the max that we get. So assuming 150, I want to speak. I will not like to take such risk that I will speak for 150 seconds, because then it may happen I might go for 151 seconds and I might be disqualified. So it's better to think it is only 140 seconds, or I would say red card plus 20 seconds. Whenever red card is there, you have to conclude your table topic speech. This is what I did. I think I spoke for 2 minutes 21 seconds. in the district. But at the same time, if you think you speak for 70 seconds or 80 seconds, that is also okay, because you have to speak between 60 seconds to 150 seconds. Then it's like not utilizing the maximum resources you had. The time that is available with you, it means you have wasted the resources you were supplied with. If you have been given 60 seconds to 150 seconds and you speak for 70 seconds or 80 seconds, it's like you might have told something more to the audience. You could have given the you could given him the something more to experience. So I would say speak for 140 seconds. Now speaking 140 seconds, what to speak? I will say break that 140 second into 4 parts: 20, 80, 20, and 20. These are the 4 things that I'm going to talk about: 20, 80, 20, and 20. Second, sorry, 20, 80, 20, and 20. This makes it 140 seconds. Second 80 seconds is a given. That is a story that you will talk about, which you have already written. How many stories will you write?
7.
7 to 8 stories. Those are more than enough. 7, 8. It can be 10 as well, but then more stories, it may even confuse it that which story to talk about. So it's better 6 to 7 or 7 to 8 enough is a very good enough number. That number is quite good enough. Somehow one story will fit in there. But this 80 second is a given. It's like that I will tell about that story, or whatever the table topic is. If I speak about that story, no one can take that story away from me. And in those 80 seconds, I will ace the stage, because that story I already know. Someone might say that story is not linked to the topic. That is another question. But just think about those 80 seconds, assuming there is no topic, assuming you have your own topic, assuming it is a speech. No one can take those 80 seconds from you. This is for you. This is for sure, because you have written 7 to 8 stories, and every story should be very beautifully or very craftily written. This is what I did while I wrote my stories. I didn't write my stories in general. Like I'm seeing that whatever table topics all of you presented, of course, I know you haven't written any stories, or these were presented impromptu. If I tell you single topic, single story, and I can fit that story into all the table topics, will it interest you? Yes or no? That story I know. That story that I presented in table topic. That story can be fitted in all the table topics. Those are here. So now what is to be done? 80 seconds are given, and I will tell you how can the same story be fitted. Okay. Now, while writing story, because those are to be written very craftily, or those stories should be very interesting. I follow a formula while writing a story. 80 seconds. That story, I always tell a formula while writing a story. Story should be like paneer or have you watched Munna by MBBS? Can anyone write the message that was delivered in 3 Idiots? That was काबिल बनो कामयाबी खुद पीछे आपके पीछे झक मार के आएगी. That was the message of that movie. But why did we like that movie, 3 Idiots? Or why did we like Munna Bhai MBBS? Or why did we like Lage Raho Munna Bhai? Can anyone decode the formula? Relatable, quite generic word. It was very real, quite general. I'm not convinced. Hint is there, paneer butter masala. That is the hint. Common. Okay. Happiness. Okay. Now Shweta has answered correctly. Now please stop. Well, your each story should have entertainment. It should have emotion. It should have empathy. It should have enlargement as to how the audience thinks. It should have all the contents or all the ingredients. Because if it is only one-sided, if it is only emotional, you are just catering might be to one section of the society. And while there is an audience, some of them might be emotional, they might be more interested in emotional things, but humor is generally liked by everyone. And while we watch Three Idiots or Munna Bhai MBBS or Lage Raho Munna Bhai, each movie had humor content, each movie had emotion, each movie had a message. And that was all. So while writing a story, it should be humorous, it should have a message, it should be emotional as well. Now, if I tell you the story that you watched sometime back, there was a message that I didn't know why I used to touch the feet of elders, whereas my son knew it. Or even I gave the same message to the audience as well. Some of the audience might also not be knowing as to why they touch the feet of their elders. So their knowledge got enlarged. When audience gets something, they appreciate you. You have to take care of the audience because you are not speaking for yourself, you are speaking for the audience. If you keep the interest of audience above you, audience will always love you because you have given them value, you have given them weightage. That is what our speeches are all about, call to action for the audience. So your speech should have humor, it should have emotion, it should have empathy. And while writing speech, I would like to give you only one formula here because for the want of time, otherwise I could have shared it even more. Comparison is in our blood. When single line you can create entertainment, you can create emotion, you can create some knowledge for the audience as well. Like while I said, at my age, son becomes sweetheart and wife becomes reason of heart attack. It was perfect comparison between son, wife, sweetheart, heart attack. 1-to-1 comparison was there. Should I speak little more on this? Because this is really very important. While creating humor, this technique always works in a single line. It always works. While we compare two things.
Toastmaster Davinder, just one quick thing. When you were sharing the main headline of this particular thing that you're explaining, there was probably a technical issue and we couldn't hear properly. Could you repeat that line again?
That paneer butter masala that was here.
The
Your story
comparison.
should have. Okay. Comparison. While I said in my speech, table topic speech, I shared that at my age, son becomes sweetheart and wife becomes reason of heart attack. It was 1-to-1 comparison. Son becomes sweetheart and wife becomes reason of heart attack. Son compared to wife and sweetheart compared to reason of heart attack. Son wife comparison, sweetheart and reason of heart attack. Those are also that was also comparison. In a single line, while you compare the two things, humor emerges or knowledge emerges. Or like Shweta used a line today, chocolate will be over, stress will not. Chocolate will be over, stress will not. So you see chocolate, stress, over, not over. That was 1-to-1 comparison. Or the topic that I was given there. Pain is temporary, quitting lasts forever. Pain and quitting. One is temporary, another is permanent. Comparative things always impact us more or they always interest us more, or human mind is developed in such a way that it catches comparisons quite easily. So while writing your stories, if you are comparing two things, those will always give you additional marks because that will be quite easier for audience to understand. Should I give another example? Okay, I give you another example. Will anyone complete a line of a song, famous song? that हमको कल की फिक्र सताती. Can you tell me the another next line from the movie Three Idiots? हमको कल की फिक्र सताती. बहती हवा सा था वो, उड़ती पतंग सा था वो, हमको कल की फिक्र सताती,
वो बस आज का जश्न मनाता.
वो बस आज का जश्न मनाता. Mohit, it was very intelligently written. Now for the audience, please be with me. हमको कल की फिक्र सताती, वो बस आज का जश्न. If you pick the line, हमको, वो, कल की, आज का, फिक्र, जश्न, सताती, मनाता. Have you seen that line from this perspective? Yes or no? I'm waiting for answer in the chat box. Okay, I've got 2 answers. Those are more than enough. We are short of time. We have to complete this as well. You see, comparison is in our blood. That is why those lines always stick more as compared to any other lines. Lines are written very beautifully. This is what I did while writing a story. There were many techniques which I followed, and this was one of the technique. It should have emotion, it should have entertainment. Now, what should be that story? You have to go in your life, it should be authentic. So whatever you feel can make a difference in others' life, share that story with the audience. But write 6 to 7 stories. Now, I said that there are total 150 seconds, and because I would not like to take a risk for 150 seconds, better speak for 140 seconds. Out of those 140 seconds, 80 seconds is done. 80 seconds is done. 20, 80, 20, and 20. Now, if you want to write what technique I followed the technique of company secretary, chartered accountant. So if you take the initial of those words, CSCA, S is done. Now we come to the fourth part, A. That is audience. While concluding your speech, unless you bring your audience into the picture, your speech, I would say, is incomplete. Keep last 20 seconds simply talking to the audience. Go in front of the stage, look towards your right, look in the center, and look towards left as well. Give your audience the weightage and say whatever message you wanted to give through your story. Share that message with the audience and make their life better. That is the last 20 seconds we should always do. And today I can see Mansi followed that method completely while delivering table topic today. I will share as to how. So 80 is done. 80 is fixed out of those 7 stories. Now I will tell you how can you fix. I will share that with all of you. Last 20 is also completed. Now we come to the third C, company secretary, chartered accountant. I'm coming to the third C. Third C is conclusion. If you want to write, first C is context, then story, then conclusion, then audience. Company secretary, chartered accountant, context, story, conclusion, and then audience. Story is done, audience is done. Coming to the third C, that is conclusion. Now you see, you have written a story. So you know what message you wanted to give or how to conclude that. Just whatever story you have already spoken for the fixed 80 seconds that was already prepared by you beforehand. Just conclude the same by keeping those words which are given to you in the concluded words, those are given to you in the table topic, so that you give weightage to the words. Those are there, the table topic that has been given to you. That is the conclusion. And I will come to the context in the last, because that is the most trickiest thing. Story is quite easy because you have already prepared. Now you see, if you have hypnotized the audience for 80 seconds, out of 140 seconds, more than 50% your audience is with you. It's just that you have to link that story with the topic that has been given to you. Only this is the thing that you have to do. And how will this thing be done? If you have practiced those 7 stories for number of times, say 50 times each story, while you are delivering that story in front of that audience, you have to think, how will you link the topic to that story? That is purely IQ level. And if you have practiced a topic n number of times, by one way or another, you will have a conclusion linked to the table topic that has been given to you. Because what I said earlier, that most of the time the topic we get is motivational. And I will give you example as well. I'm not just saying it. I will give you example that as to how that story can be connected. And the only thing that is left is first C, that is the context. I will come on to this later on. Now I will move to the table topics. Those were there. Okay. There are 2 simple messages more. Fifth message is use simple English. Do not use that English that audience finds it difficult to, because if audience is doing Googling, if they are using Google to find meaning, they will lose the track as to what you're speaking. So it's always better to use simple English. Do not try to look intelligent. In fact, people do not love intelligent people. If you are intelligent, they will be jealous of you. People only love those people who require sympathy. We love only those people. If there is someone who is more rich than me, whatever I would say, I would be, in all likelihood, somehow, this is human tendency, we would be somewhat jealous of him, that he has got more, he got better education, he got better opportunity, nepotism. I will try to be jealous of them. But while someone is poor, I will love them, I will sympathize with them. So do not try to look intelligent. Use simple English so that they feel that you are one among them. It should not happen that you are a district contestant and they are ordinary people. Make them special. Your audience is always special than you. No matter you are a district contestant, but you do not have to show that you know more than them. You have to give value to them. You have to make their life better. That is the first motive we should have while delivering table topic or while in our life as well. If we give value to people, they will always love us, they will respect us. Simple English. And another thing that is really very important, first C is still left. Now sixth thing, now while coming to the table topic session that was conducted today, topic that was given to Shweta. Shweta, can you unmute yourself and tell what topic was given to you?
Sure. So the topic was, if I can leave one habit, what would that be?
Okay. Actually, I wanted to listen to some human voice. Otherwise, I knew the topic. Okay, topic was one habit you would like to change. And you said that that you eat lot of chocolates and you would like. You see, if this topic is given to 10 contestants who are in the district or club level or area level, anyone would have something to say. You said chocolate, someone would say laziness, someone would say I use lot of mobiles. Everyone will have something to talk about. So how are you different? What makes you unique? Well, let me answer that. Better change the topic. Say, I won't like to change anything about myself. Now you see, out of 8 people or 10 people, most of the people will talk something that they would like to change. And what did you say? I won't like to change. I love myself. This is the self-acceptance, lot. But then you will look intelligent in front of the audience because self-love, out of the 7 stories, I would always tell self-love is such topic which is most talked about after at least Corona. So out of your 7 stories, one should be about self-love only. Motivational stories, self-love, that I love myself, that there is nothing to complain about. I've accepted I'm God's gift. God made me perfect. And even it is written in Gita as well. Jo hua acha hua, jo ho raha hai acha ho raha hai, jo hoga wo bhi acha hoga. It means something bad happened. You can change the topic. This is another message that I want to give you. Do not always stick to the topic, but you will have to practice a lot. I didn't go to office while my district contest was there. I didn't go to office for 7 days. I practiced a lot. Because then I realized that I can speak on anything, on any topic. Or I give you another example, Shweta. One habit you would like to change. I would like to change only this, that I was just obedient child. I never questioned anything from my parents. And then the same. Yes or no?
Yes,
One
definitely.
thing.
It is
One thing that I would like to change, I would be more questioning. I will not just be obedient child. I will be question. I will ask first and then do that. And then I will tell the same story. And last में मैं message दूंगा, in friends, in your life as well, there would be certain habits. Change those habits, take actions, make your life better, but by using the same word, habit and change. You will have to pick the keywords from the given topic. One is to negate the topic. Another is whatever stories you have written, just take that. The self-love story could have been fitted here by negating the topic, as well as that story that I shared in district. That story could have been applied here. Now, Mr. Ravinder, the topic that you got, if you can switch your life with someone else, what would it be? Again, say I won't like to switch my life with anyone else. I'm perfect and complete. I'm self-love. Whatever God made me, I'm perfect and complete. Or I would say I would like to change my life with my son. Same story. Because he had a habit of asking question. I didn't had this. I always lived in dark, and he is living in the light because he has this habit of asking question. If ever I give a chance to replace my life with someone, I will replace my life with my son's life. The way he thinks, the way he does. And same story can be fitted there. Now, can anyone take those 80 seconds from you? You just have to be intelligent for how much time? 60 seconds only. And in the last, friends, if you ever get an opportunity to change your life with with some person who you uh, love the most, whose habits, who has been a great human, whatever, or who is questioning, who is living in the light. Because I talk that I'm living my life in the dark and he's living in the light. Now the same words can be used. Friends, if you get an opportunity to change your life with someone else, change it with someone who brings light in you, who does away your darkness away. But by keeping those keywords, those have been given to you in the table topic. Now you see the same story, and even self-love can be fitted in both. We can negate the topic. But what was the topic? One habit you would like to change? I won't like to change. I am self-love. If you can switch your life with someone else, I won't like to switch my life with someone else. I'm perfect and complete. I'm unique. God has given me this gift. Whatever's about self-love you have written, but those 80 seconds should be such. There should be entertainment. There should be emotion. There should be empathy. It should not be only emotional, or it should not have pure empathy. One thing is laughing with you for sure. If people are there, they will laugh. They will listen a joke, they will laugh. At the same time, there is another benefit that is available. Not only you are getting marks in your ballot because audience is laughing, while audience is laughing, you are getting very much needed breath. And that within those fraction of 1 second, you are ready to say another sentence. In that 1 second, you can gather your breath and again speak on that. While I said that question was already fixed. Thanks for respecting me. At this age, I'm elder as well as older. This was the wordplay. Elder, older. This was the wordplay. In one of the stories, I written that I was going to play a chess tournament, and what a great achievement it will be. A Toastmaster becoming a Grandmaster. This was the line that I wrote there. In another story, I wrote that 2 months back I went to Thailand. The moment I will say Thailand, the audience will laugh for sure. And the next line, it was prepared. Well, I went there with my wife, and at the airport, keeping the peaceful nature there, we were fighting peacefully. So that was the line which was very beautiful. Now I do not remember that story word by word, but that line was there, that we were in the queue, we were fighting peacefully. Now, if I will use these kind of words, which are oxymoron, I would say, that will make the audience laugh and I will get the marks in my judges ballot, because all those stories are written, but every line that I have written, that those lines are inspirational, those have empathy, those have emotion, and those have humor as well. In one of the stories, there was an accident, that chess story I'm talking about. In that story that I went to Thailand with my wife, there was a child lost in the airport, and Indian wife, Thai citizen, help that Russian guy. So there I brought all the nations together, because all the stories now, if on a public stage, I talk about an Indian wife giving chocolate to that lost child who is a Russian child, and a Thai officer, because I went to Thailand, Thai officer, that will make the audience feel little more. And there is humor as well, which I brought earlier, because the line that was there at the airport, my wife and I were fighting peacefully in Hindi, and immigration officer asked me to translate the same into English, and I asked him, are you also Toastmaster who wants English translation? So you see, that line will always work, because at Toastmaster, we are supposed to, whatever, if we say anything else, anything other than English language, we are supposed to translate that. Toastmasters will love, because I know who my audience is. If my audience consists of Toastmaster, this line will work. But point is this, write 7 to 8 stories. Now I come to the next topic. Now, you see, your topics only, and all doubts are being answered. Now Mansi got the topic, what's the greatest lesson learned from failure? And I think we can give a huge round of applause to Mansi, because she followed the structure really very well. She didn't start with the topic itself. This is my first thing that I want to give you about the context. Never start with the topic that has been given to you. Start with something else. And given those topics are always motivational, write certain lines which are motivational, but those are only one-liner or two-liner. That set the context for your story to come. Like I used, after being in the mom's womb for 9 months, that was the line. Or I will not start straight away from the given topic. I will say failure is part, and failure, it's somewhat that comes before success. A child crawls first and then he starts learning walking. Or I would say life is a video game where with passes of time, levels will keep on getting tougher. There are certain lines which always work because the topic that we get is motivational. If you can write 10 to 12 examples which are just one-liner, somehow you will see any topic that is given to you and you speak anything or in one-liner, and then followed by the story, conclusion with the given words. Those are there in the table topic, and then giving the message to the audience. You will always conclude. This is what Mansi did. That what's the greatest lesson learned from failure? She talked about Corona. That line could also have been written because this line can be fitted anywhere. Any topic that is given to you, you can fit this line. That in Corona, we learned so many lessons, and in Corona, I learned this lesson. Then you can talk about the topic as well. Why I am telling you not to start from the given topic itself? Why to set the context? Because if you start straight away from the story, it will look like most likely that you are speaking after remembering something. Although you have written stories, this is what I did. I wrote 7 to 8 stories. This is what I did, but it should not look like that. And after you set the context and story, you can use the words good morning as well. That is the context or story can help you. It's just like you saw a movie, there is an opening scene, then there is numbering, and then the movie main part starts. That good morning can be fitted between the context and the story that you are going to talk about. And the most toughest part is to talk about context. That is the most toughest part. If you do not find good at that, then start your topic with the story that you have prepared. This is what Mansi did. Mansi started that I learned that people went through a lot in the Corona period. She didn't start with her story. She said a general thing, because while we set the context, we say somewhat general that doesn't involve I. Story involves I. 20 seconds are the most toughest part, setting the context in the beginning. But let me tell you, if you say any one line, but after that you tell a good story, then followed by the message, by keeping those words, those have been given to you in the table topic itself, that will somehow negate, even if you have not used the context well. And if you do not get anything, then at least you may agree or disagree with the topic. That can be the best way to start with. If you are given a topic, then you may agree with that topic. I agree or I do not agree. And then good morning and then story. That is the easiest way if you do not find any context. And the moment topic is told to you once, for the first time, you have to think about the context. Story will follow for sure, because any story, if you have practiced any story for 50 times, you will fit that story somehow anywhere. Now, if this topic is given to me, what is the greatest lesson I learned from failure? Again, that story I can tell, that while from my childhood, that was the lesson I learned, that I had to ask the question. This was the learning I got from my failure or from my childhood. And then son story, it can be fitted there. But what is the way? If you find that this is quite difficult, let me tell you, if you practice your stories number of time, it will not be difficult by one way or another, because most of the time what topic we get is motivational. This is what we have to think. And if you have written 7 motivational stories, any story can be fitted anywhere, because motivational topics or motivational stories are not contradictory to each other. They are complementary to each other. And the table topic that you saw, I'm using that table topic only in all the table topics those were given today. And I didn't know these topics beforehand. Those were given by Mohit Sani, not by myself. This is a technique. It can be followed. Written stories, negate the topic is really very good. Because most of the time, if you are given a single line, if you can negate the topic and simply switch away from the topic given, because judges like intelligent people. They give more marks to intelligent, because what is table topic? It is about speaking impromptu, and presence of mind should be there. That is the presence of mind that you do not agree. And if you can give value to that, like what does success mean to you? Can we negate it? Now you see, If I have to agree with this, I will say success means to me self-accepting myself. If I accept myself, then there is no success which is bigger than this. And you have already written a story about self-love. Tell that story. Just changing the topic by using that keyword to your written stories. I said success is nothing but self-love. And then I'm talking about self-love. Success is nowhere. When I will complete about self-love, now then again I will say this self-love is the most successful thing that I have ever achieved, ever and ever. If I get birth again, I would like to have this success again. Friends, in your life as well, this is the greatest gift that you have ever received from God. You should not complain about it. If you do not complain about it, success becomes your journey. Success is forever for you. It can be done. Or if I have to negate, I will say success doesn't mean anything to me. Success is momentary while learning is forever. Then I will start talking about learning. Topics can be negated, topics can be given favorable, but somehow the topics right on humanity, right on honesty, right on self-love, right on comparison, right on knowledge. These 5-7 stories, if you have written, which have emotional quotient, entertainment quotient, empathy quotient. If these factors are there, in all likelihood, you will excel in the table topics. Those will be given to you. Now, there is another. What does freedom mean to you? Can we link freedom to self-love? Not burdened by society. Yes. Change that topic. Bring it to self-love. Talk about self. Do not take the topic literally, because if you give weightage to the word freedom, it may be quite difficult for you to speak on that topic. Better change that word to your favor. If you talk about freedom, that India got freedom in 1947, somehow your table topic will not be that effective. Change that word to what you have written. What stories you have written, somehow convert those, link those words to the stories you have already written. No one can take those 80 seconds for you. At least for 80 seconds, you have hypnotized. Assuming you will fail in that table topic and all judges will say that Mehak didn't talk anything about the table topic. That's for sure. One day you may fail, that is okay. But 9 times out of 10 times, you will not fail. Why? Whereas if you are preparing your table topic there, then one time you may succeed and 9 times you will fail. So it's better to have other way around. Better I will take this kind of risk that I will prepare my stories. Now I give you one last example before I will take Q&A. That topic that was given to me in division level. Do one thing every day that scares you. That topic was given to me. I negated the topic. I said, life is something, it appears that way, the way you look at it, life is all about perception. Why will I do something which I'm scared about? I will never do it. I negated the topic. Then I gave them the example that I'm scared of my wife. I will never take panga with her. And then same story. One day I went back home. My son opened the door. Sorry. One day I went back home. My sweetheart opened the door. Well, I'm referring to my son, not my wife, because at my age, son becomes sweetheart and wife becomes the reason of heart attack. Can anyone take those lines away from me? Those lines can be fitted in all the stories. Somehow you have to bring your wife. शादी इसीलिए तो की है ताकि वाइफ टेबल टॉपिक में यूज की जा सके. Now you have to write your story. This is the technique. And let me tell you, this session was all about table topic speaking. I didn't make you learn how to speak. You already know that. This is only related to table topic speaking, or how to give table topic effectively, so that your topic looks, and if you have given 80 seconds in such a prepared manner, at least from the other contestant, you will be in better position, those who are thinking there. And in those 80 seconds, because you have prepared that topic number of times, at least you will not stammer, you will not think, you will not do our counter will not come into the picture because you have prepared. You have to prepare that topic for 50 times, 7 stories, 50 times 350, and it can be done. You give me a topic and I will tell the same story somehow connecting that, because then IQ comes into the play. And once you have ab jo like if you have watched a movie for 50 times, you will be remembering each and every dialogue. That's not difficult. The same way, if you have practiced and write only those stories which have happened in your life. Drishyam should be there. Do not write those stories, because your body language will tell as whether you are speaking truth or you are lying. If I'm married, if I have a son, that's better to take the reference. If you are not married and written a joke about your husband or your wife, it will not work. I will never use the word daughter because I have only one son. I do not have daughter. Some son, while talking or speaking about my son, comes naturally to me. My body language is in sync with my words, because whatever has happened with me in my life, that will always work. That will always give, I would say, authenticity as well to your words. Otherwise, your body language will say something else and you will be saying something else. And audience or judges, they will catch your body language in a single second, whether you are lying, whether it is coming from your heart, or you are just making something. So write only those stories which have occurred in your life. And I told you, in 55-minute journey, if I could write 4 stories, if you could write or find some stories in your life, at least 6 to 7 we can find, at least write and then start practicing. With this, I think I am open for Q&A. Although I don't know if I will be able to answer or not. And again, this is my experience, which I shared with all of
Sorry,
One of the
Toastmaster.
best thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go ahead. Sorry.
One of the best thing which I liked in your session was that you are here for the purpose to solve some audience problem or situation, or maybe to give them the message. That for that, what I understood, that for setting that context for self before the table topic is most important. Making mindset, making your mind basically before the table topic is one of the key thing which I believe that will help us. Because if that context for me to serve basically, if it is not there, then this may be problem. And if it is there, then maybe it may help us. Maybe it will help us to take leverage of it.
Very well said. Well, this is not about one day event. This is about life. If you're making a positive difference in others' life, you're a winner for the life, not for that given day. Because only one person will win. It doesn't mean that other are losers. It's just that you are getting an opportunity. You will win something, but that will happen for a day only. But if you learn how to make difference in others' lives, you're a winner for life. This is what my mantra is, not to win. And this is what I already told. It doesn't matter, because only one of you will win at the club or area or division or district. There is no end. If you do something and make one people's life good, that's greater victory than winning this contest. So do that. This is what should happen. That is why stories are there, or tortoise or rabbit stories told to us to give us that message, because people like stories to be told. They do not like WhatsApp ज्ञान कोई नहीं चाहता. लोग चाहते हैं story बताओ और फिर story में से हम वो निकालें. That is why 3 Idiot is there. A story was told to us. काबिल बनो, कामयाबी खुद पीछे आएगी. That message was there, but for that message to be given, a story was told, because stories connect us. That is why we should tell more and more stories to the world. That is why we should write and share. Any other question? Any other question, or should I hand it back to Mohitji or Mehak?
So it's not the question, but what I liked the most of your session today. Actually, I attended after maybe some time. I was late, but it was a fortunate for me that I was fortunate to attend your session, and it has helped me to raise your horizon. Not that you are going to win or lose, but since you can create is you can serve for the people. That was the key message which I got from you, and that's what I will never forget.
Well, thank you. Thanks a lot. I always tell that in I love you, if you remove the I, still the sentence gives the same meaning. Love you. I doesn't matter. It is all about you, audience, not about I. Any other question, or should I?
I just have one question, Toastmaster Davinder. Since you have
Yes,
shared
Mr. Mohit.
all your secrets with us, and we feel a lot more powerful now, don't you feel that you have shared all your secrets and your own power is lessening a little bit? What's your secret? What keeps you going in sharing your best secrets of giving a good table topic? That's what I want to know.
मोहित, I never say, because वो तो शुरू से ही बताते हैं कि ज्ञान बांटने से बढ़ता है, तो ज्ञान बांटने से कम तो होता नहीं, फिर तो यहाँ तो हमें बचपन में गलत बताया है ना? तो I do not agree to. Now you see I'm negating you as well. It's quite easy. It's quite easy now for me. But जो भी कहीं कहे वो गलत है. मैं I tell you something. While I was doing my CA, so can I use Hindi? Everyone knows Hindi.
Most members would understand it. If somebody doesn't, they can ask us. But go ahead.
Okay. मैं बस आपको एक बड़ी छोटी सी बात बताता हूँ जो मेरे साथ हुई जब मैं सीए कर रहा था. तो एक गर्ल थी मेरे साथ, वो तो मैंने उसको कहा कि भाई आप कहते हो कि गर्ल्स और बॉयज तो इक्वल होते हैं, तो फिर आपको बस में रिजर्वेशन क्यों चाहिए होती है? आपको वहां पर रिजर्वेशन क्यों चाहिए? आई वाज आस्किंग हर 23 years बैक. शी सेड मैं तो कभी सीट पे बैठती ही नहीं. फिर मैंने उसको कहा, मैं कहा ये तो और भी गलत बात है. यू हैव अ राइट एंड यू आर नॉट यूटिलाइजिंग योर राइट दैट हैज बीन गिवन टू यू. मतलब इस तरफ करो तो इस तरफ कर दो, उस तरफ करो तो उस तरफ कर दो, तो ये चल रहा है. बट अगेन ऐसा कोई सीक्रेट नहीं है, बिकॉज ऑन अ गिवन डे कौन कैसा बोलेगा पता नहीं चलेगा और कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बाकी हर किसी की किस्मत है. मैं नहीं बताऊंगा तो कहीं और से पता चल जाएगा, और मेरे बताने से एवरी टाइम आई इम्प्रूव. आई एम लर्निंग द मोस्ट. मैंने अगर 5 या 10 बार, if I've taken this session for 5 to 10 times, or I've shared my experience for 5 to 10 times, it is I who has learned the most. So I'm not bothered.
Sure.
I'm not bothered.
Yeah. Thank you,
Okay,
Davinder.
handing back the stage to you, Mohit. It's already past 5 now.
Yes, let's hand the stage over to Mahesh.
Mohit, just last one thing. Thanks to all of you, all audience. This session was not for 1 hour. If 20 people were there, this session was for 20 hours. Thanks for allowing me to give precious 20 hours from your life. It means a lot to me. Now over to you, Mohit.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Davinder. First of all, let's have a huge round of an applause for Toastmaster Davinder for sharing his invaluable insights and this enriching session that he conducted. I'm sure that we all have gained something and we all are taking back some different types of things that we now gonna implement in the contest for Toastmasters. So all the best to all of you. Now let's gear up for the contest season and let's show that we can do what we can, right? So give a huge round of an applause once again for each one of us. Now, with this, we will quickly move on to the general evaluation session. We will reschedule the speech for Toastmaster Vendor. And for this, I would like to call Toastmaster Shweta on stage to please take the meeting forward.
All right, thank you. As per my discussion with Toastmaster Mohit and seeing the time also, I know we have gained a lot of knowledge today. I'm sure we all will be doing very well with the pointers that was given by Toastmaster Davinder. What a module, literally what a module, amazing. And I will be writing down my report on the group so that we are not over time. We are already over time, I know. So I'll just quickly take the reports from the tag team. Timer, would you like to give your report, please? Quickly.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster. Yes, I will quickly give the timing reports. So the table topics. Toastmaster Shweta delivered her Toastmaster speech in 2 minutes 9 seconds. Then Ravinder in 1 minute 46 seconds. Mansi in 2 minutes 23 seconds. Toastmaster Megha at 1 minute 48 seconds. Mohinish at 1 minute 10 seconds, Vikanshu at 1 minute 49 seconds, Rajender at 2 minutes 24 seconds, Mehek at 1 minute 50 seconds. That's the report.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Kashyap, for your detailed report. And Toastmaster Megha has already shared the report so that we are not going more and more over time. Toastmaster Kashyap, just one thing, when we are like just a recommendation I have, when we are giving little bit over time, you can just say all are qualified and maybe only the disqualification can be you can only speak about.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we already have the AHA counter report now. Grammarian, are you there in the meeting?
Yes, Shweta, I am.
Okay, I couldn't see you. Sorry. Yeah,
All right.
Master Puneet, would you be presenting the report quickly, please?
Yeah, sure. So there was a lot of good usage of grammar and vocabulary. So I couldn't make like note of all of them, and there was very less not so good usage of grammar. So I've highlighted a few words, and I'll also mention the meanings of those words. So most of you would already know the meanings of these words, but for the benefit of those who don't know, maybe I'll mention the meaning as well. Or maybe can I just mention the word because I guess we are already running over time. So we learned a very nice abbreviation of the word, like a very nice full form of the word fear. That it can also mean that fear everything and run. It can also mean that face everything and rise. There was a very good word ikigai, which is a Japanese concept. We got a very beautiful perspective of the word freedom from Meg. There were a few other words which were used like momentary, empathy, beforehand, tendency, oxymoron. And as I mentioned, that there was very less not so good usage of grammar. Someone said that whenever I see a message, I try to reply it. It should have been I try to reply to it. Someone said the way you dealt in situation, it should have been the way you dealt with the situation. And no one used word of the day and phrase of the day today. For phrase of the day, I know I shared it a bit late because I was having some technical problems with my laptop. But other than that, uh, as I mentioned, there was a very good usage of grammar and vocabulary today, and it was an amazing meeting. Over to you, Shweta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Puneet. And I would love to give a huge round of applause to both of you, the timer and the grammarian, who took up the role on the spot and gave us the opportunity to hear your reports as well. Very well done. I will be, as I said, writing my report in the group. Kindly read it and let's see where we all can improve upon and keep becoming better. With this, I will be handing over a virtual stage back to Toastmaster Mehek. Thank you, everyone, and special thank you to Toastmaster Davinder. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shweta, and to all the Kanki players to sharing your report with all of us. Now, I think this is the end of the session. I would want to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Mohit, the presiding officer for the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehek. I think all of us can applaud for our own self because this has been such an enriching session personally for me, and I'm sure for all of us. And a special thank you once again to Toastmaster Davinder for sharing his secrets with us. The table topics contest is coming up, and no better person to help us through, guide us through, mentor us through the process of giving an effective table topics, not just for the purpose of winning the contest, but for the purpose of making a difference. So thank you once again, Toastmaster Davinder. And we had a speech planned today. I have to apologize to Toastmaster Ravinder, who was ready with his speech, but unfortunately, we could not make the time for him to be able to deliver the speech today. We have learnings, and like I said, we make mistakes only to learn from them. We will try not to repeat this mistake, Ravinder. Apologies this time. And with that,
No,
I
that
would.
when it was more important session. Davinder session was more important than my speech. Yeah.
No, every speech is important. Your speech is definitely as important as this session. But thank you for accommodating. Thank you for understanding. And I'll just request our timer to give everybody 1 minute now for filling out this feedback form. We will be declaring the winners offline today in interest of time, but we do have the voting link, which I posted on the chat box. So would request everybody to just fill it out quickly for the table topic speakers and for in general, whatever you liked about the session. Also put in your votes for the best role players. Meanwhile, if anybody would like to come forward and share their experience, Bob, you haven't spoken much. Maybe you can take the opportunity now.
I'm Mohit. Well, because I joined the meeting kind of in the middle of it, I think towards the end of the table topic session. But yes, there's a lot of insightful insights that I've gained from the session on table topics and how to approach that. Personally, I do not. I use another approach to when I'm approaching a table topic. It's called we call it the ORIO approach. You might have heard about it somewhere. So it's giving an opinion, reason, examples, and then you finish it off with your opinion again. So kind of like so this is along the same lines. Loved it. Loved hearing the different perspective of different winners of how they approach it. So overall, a very good session.
Absolutely. Thanks
Thank
for
you. Back to
sharing
you.
your feedback, Bob. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, Oreo is also another very common framework, so to say, to go for the table topics. You may want to explore it offline, and perhaps we can have you someday, Bob, to explain that for our group here. But thanks once again for joining and for sharing your comments. Okay, anybody else? We had, let's see, our guests in the meeting. Those of you who were in a Toastmasters session for the first time, let's see if we still have Rohini. No, we don't have Rohini now. Anybody else who's a guest new to Toastmasters? Just want to see if you want to share some feedback. Okay, anybody else? This one for today's session, just so you all know, we were in double minds because this is a long weekend, especially here in Delhi NCR, and a lot of people are traveling. I am myself traveling. I'm in Missouri right now with my family. So we were thinking of canceling the session or rescheduling it. But you know what? The moment we start to think in a way that we want to make it work out, magic begins to happen. And where we were expecting that there may be just say under 10 people, today we had over 25 people join us. So we had 4 clubs, maybe more people from other clubs also joined in and made this session such a huge hit. So with that, I would like to conclude today's session, and I'll take a note of the feedback that you will be sharing on the voting on the link that I shared. Yeah, Missouri definitely is packed, Bob, and the long weekend has made sure that everybody comes here and makes the weather is really nice. It's quite nice and cold. So I'm going to get some winter back to Delhi on Monday. So with that, we would like to close today's session. Thanks everyone for joining and see you next week.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Thank
you. Bye
you.
bye.